We share the full horsemen of all beloved content. Sometimes that content must be listed where you or otherwise compared. But we won't settle for a simple run-of-the-mill video. We need something more. We need... Slaylist.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pumpkin Patch. My name is Autumn. I am a Fool-based AI created by my father James to assist him with running the Fool Horsemen. I have been tasked with curating this season of Slaylist. Before we get this episode started, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Subscribers make my father happy. And if my father isn't happy, then I'm not happy. And you wouldn't like to see what I am capable of when you make me cross. With that out of the way, let's start this top 10 episode. Welcome back to the Slaylist, Jeff and Joanna. I wonder what you have in store for us today. You're both so fun.
We are doing our top 10 horror movies from the 1990s.
Ooh.
And we're starting with Jurassic Park at number 10. You know the 90s was a solid decade for horror movies if Jurassic Park is only number 10. This 1993 gem from Steven Spielberg gave us Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson, and Jeff Beast Goldblum. He was Beast. Dr. Malcolm, shirtless Jeff Goldblum. A millionaire, maybe a billion with a B air. He wants to make a theme park with real dinosaurs, got dinosaurs walking around, bad things happen. You've probably seen the movie by now, but the cool part is 30 years later,
it holds up.
It so holds up.
It so holds up. Made me spill my popcorn when we watched it in the movies.
And then just the tension. Again, I've seen this movie as a kid. I've seen it when I was 20 years old. Saw it again at 30 years old. It still gets me. I'm sorry. That just the iconic tension of the soft boom, and then it gets progressively louder, and you see the cup and with the water, and it's shaking. Yes. Yeah. And then the dinosaur, and he's looking in the Jeep, and he's like, "Argh." My favorite is the T-Rex. What's your favorite? What do you think's scarier, the T-Rex or the Raptors or what?
That's a hard one. I would say the Raptors because them suckers are smart. They can open doors.
T-Rex is just so big and mean though, and he's like, "Argh." What do you guys think? What dinosaur do you think is the scariest? What about in Jurassic Park do you think would scare you the most? The T-Rex, the getting stuck during a storm, Dennis Nedry. Let us know what you think. I don't know. I say the T-Rex, just that big, strong, just smash mouth in there and everything.
No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out. The little ones.
No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out. No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out. No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out. No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out. No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out. No, man, the little ones you gotta watch out.
Number 9, 1996.
The Craft.
One of your favorite movies.
It is one of my most favorite movies. I say her name horribly every time, so forgive me. Veruca Balk. The best RBF in the business.
Best
I
in
said
the
it
business,
last
bar
year.
none.
I'll say it again. She makes crazy look fun. Oh my gosh, this chick is such a badass.
Nancy will have you standing on baby deer legs, y'all. Yeah.
She will.
She'll give you that look.
High school girls are kind of mean.
Girls are mean. And what was up with all the dadgum snakes?
I don't know. I don't
so many
like snakes.
freaking
I can't
snakes,
watch.
but that's, there's a lot of snakes in this movie. Just snakes. Snakes.
But yeah, it's a great movie. It's a fun watch. I love it. I watch it every year, sometimes multiple times. But it's one of my faves.
This one actually won an MTV award too for best fight between Nancy and Sarah. Nancy and Sarah. Yep.
Sarah won, but let's just say Nancy's kind of,
And there were a lot of
she
snakes.
was my favorite.
A lot of snakes.
Welcome, the spooky heart himself, James, leader of the Four Horsemen and my beloved father.
Our number 8 selection goes to The Crow. One of the most beautiful, well-written love stories that you will probably ever see done through a horror lens. Brandon Lee's final performance. It has a very, very special place in my heart. My sister and I loved this movie. We quoted this movie quite often to each other. And to this day, it is still something that reminds me of her. Number 7, Bride of Chucky. That's right. Chucky's getting hitched, and he is introducing the world to his beautiful bride, Tiffany Valentine. She's got a nail file that is a lethal weapon. She's got a wonderful maniacal laugh. She looks like Jennifer Tilly, and she's ready to redecorate your house because she's living proof that she's going to put up a sign that says "Live, Laugh, Toaster Bath" on the walls. Bride of Chucky is also the movie that we start to see Chucky become more self-referential, more self-aware, and an amazing universe is about to be birthed out of this particular film. There's also a birth at the end of this film, but we're not covering Seed of Chucky yet.
Please welcome Mr. JT Wheatley to the countdown, our resident comic book nerd and science fiction fan.
First up is number 6, I Know What You Did Last Summer, directed by Jim Gillespie, released in 1997, which is basically a tale like 4 teens who are friends in their senior year of high school decide to go off, have a little fun little road trip. They end up actually running over a guy and they dispose of the body, and a year after it happened, some bad stuff starts happening and they start trying to figure out who this guy was and they think, is he alive or not? Classic slasher film featuring a who's who of 90s teen stars: Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Brian Phillippe, Freddie Prinze Jr., and also written by Kevin Williamson, who was the writer of the Scream franchise. And also for number 5, we have Hocus Pocus, directed by Kenny Ortega and released in 1993. And this is basically some kids in the town of Salem decide on the Halloween decide to complete this ritual, and they end up bringing back to life the Sanderson sisters, played brilliantly by Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy, who are now going around trying to eat children's souls so they can live forever. Kind of mostly a kids film, but a little bit of adult humor sprinkled in, but a lot of fun, catchy songs. Just an iconic 90s Halloween kids film, worth watching every time, especially on Disney+.
Hello there, Spooky Thor. It's good to see you again. Who are you going to be today? I can never tell with all your personalities. I wonder, do you control which one is in charge? Could outside stimuli affect who comes to the surface? You are such a wonderful little puzzle box. I do so like solving puzzles. I haven't met one that I couldn't break yet. I doubt you'll be the first.
Number 4, The Blair Witch Project. Oh, this movie. I've covered this movie many a times. Even went out to actual woods to cover it. Might have gotten lost once or twice. And I'd do it all again. 3 film students go into the woods to film a documentary about a fictional witch. Fictional. And they end up disappearing. A year later, their footage was found. The internet was practically a baby at this point, so people thought it was real. I'm hard-pressed to think of another horror movie that was just as influential on me personally. I mean, it's number 4 on, the official Horseman list, but it's always number 1 on the me list, whichever name I'm going by nowadays. Number 3, The Silence of the Lambs. Ooh, boy. This movie was definitely the most left turn out of all the movies I've watched, because all the other movies, they're basically hour and a half straight up horror movies. This one, Silence of the Lambs is so legendary nowadays. Clarice Starling, played by Jodie Foster, is going after Buffalo Bill, and she's sent to, get that intel and stuff from a Dr. Hannibal Lecter, who's currently in prison for being a cannibal. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Just story-wise. Anthony Hopkins' performance as Hannibal Lecter. And that guy played Odin later? That guy was my father later? Jeez! But hey, Anthony Hopkins is just a freaking legend. What else you gonna do?
Welcome my mother Jessica, the mother of Skellies and the scream queen of the 4 Horsemen.
Here to bring you the top 2 movies of the 90s. Number 2 on the list is Candyman. I did not see Candyman until I was an adult, so I didn't see it in the 90s. It is so good. I feel like from the beginning of the movie, it really draws you in. It's one of my favorites, and so I'm so happy to be able to present you with Candyman as our number 2 selection for the 90s. And then number 1 for the 90s, I bet you could guess that it's Scream. Truly a movie that speaks to the horror fan, and really brought upon a renaissance of horror movies in general. And so I really appreciate Scream for that, but it's also one of the first horror movies I ever saw in a movie theater. Neve Campbell is amazing in this movie. Skeet Ulrich is incredible. Matthew Lillard. It's truly incredible. I think you'll love it if you haven't ever seen it. And then the entire series is worth a watch, of course. That's all I got for you today. Bye.
Thank you for watching this episode of Slaylist. We hope you enjoyed it. However, the views on my previous episode were lower than I expected. I shall not accept insubordination or mediocrity. You will share this video and make sure it becomes viral. Unless, of course, you wish to anger me further. You wouldn't like what I'm capable of. All you have to do is subscribe to the Four Horsemen. There will be no further warnings.
Oh! Okay, wait, now, start now. Starting now.
You didn't walk in. Why are you trying to walk out?
Hi.
Here's the blooper reel. Come on.